for today's cup of coffee.
Cup of coffee.
With Scream.
Yeah.
And allergies.
Yep. They've been real.
Are we having fun yet?
This is not my definition of fun.
I don't think it's anybody's definition of fun. And it's like Mercury is now officially in retrograde, so everything's wiggy. Kid found that out today.
Shit. I got my shit rocked today because it's like I put money in the bank. Okay, this is a large sum of money. At least to us, it's a large sum of money. To my knowledge, as soon as I put that money, a charge has went to my card, or taking $78 out. By the time I looked in my bank, it was down to -1 cent.
Oh, God.
I'm not even joking on this shit. I wish I was.
Uh-huh.
And so I freaked out. And I'm like, oh, fuck. At first I was trying to be calm. And then the closer I got to Saltville and went into the bank and talked to them in there, that's when I really started getting like, oh, shit. I come home. Okay. I'm outside. BB's there trying to help me, trying to console me during this shit. I light up a cigarette. I go onto my phone. I'm panic scrolling, trying to find Apple support number. There's a ad right above it, a sponsored ad. And all I read was Apple, and I clicked on it, and I got this Indian man with the thickest accent. I was about to pull the bogus pinted. I about did. But he says that I have $1,000 charge in my account, and I'm like, what? I'm sorry, what? Can you repeat that again, please? $1,000 charge into your account. That's not possible. One, I'm not that stupid. Two, I didn't say that, but it's like, that's just not possible. Because I put the money in today, and I didn't have anywhere close to that, and dude hung up. And so I scroll down a little bit, and I actually see the legitimate number, and I'm like, oh shit. So I call them. The lady was actually really nice. She was Indian too, but I could actually understand her.
Yeah. When you get somebody truly the support for whatever company, they're usually really helpful.
And she was kind. And she was calm. And I told her, like, this has freaked me out today. Because it's like, and she even agreed, because she was like, yeah, this ain't like a couple dollars or whatever. This is a large chunk of money. Mm-hmm. And it's like, yeah. Like, I was getting gas and I got overdrawn.
Mm-hmm. But everything is now corrected, correct?
Yeah.
And you have to go back to the bank tomorrow and
get a new card because I canceled my debit card. And well, this is a proper end to this past weekend then. It has, because Friday I had to overdraw my card to get gas.
Well, you didn't. That wasn't half.
Because no one was at the gas pump. And they were not there for at least 20 minutes. And I was not willing to wait any longer. And so I...
Okay, you do know that's a $30 overdraft charge every time, right?
Here's the thing. And this is where God... One of the many ways that God is good. Even after Friday, all weekend, up to today, it was just -17. No overdraft fee.
Okay, well, that's a good thing.
And the lady at the bank spared me a nickel. Spared me a nickel to put into my account, because I went out to the car and I'm like, oh, please, there has to be some change. I know there's some change in here, BB. Do you see any changes? She's like, there's none that I see so far. So she spared me a nickel. Come to find out, we come home, BB sitting on it.
She was sitting
on my change. She was sitting on a quarter, 2 dimes, and a penny.
Well, you take that nickel back to that lady tomorrow, because God love her. Vibration, frequency. Well, that was like, I don't think that you heard when I was talking
Shit got
to
rocked.
Omega, because I took Mom to the Wall of Mart today
You did.
to get her out of the house and stuff. And there was a selling of junk. Scrap metal is huge around here.
It is.
And there
it's
was
a big thing.
very large truck just piled high that was, coming on the main road from an access road as we were going down the main road.
Bocas Pented.
And a partially crushed metal barrel fell off of it.
Oh, shit.
So here I am, one hand on the steering wheel, the other hand with the cigarette in it, motioning for dude to tell
Did he
him,
ever see-
your shit falling off of your truck, which he did slow down and
Yeah.
he did see it. And the thing was, this is a matter of trusting God's timing. If we had been 2 seconds earlier, it would have hit us.
Yeah. That's scary.
See, these are the small miracles
These
that
are.
people don't, and there's things ways that he takes care of us that don't even register,
Yeah. It's incredible.
But as far as the vibration and frequency that's going on, it's just, you sort of buzz,
Yeah. It freaks you out.
and so the potatoes, all hail the mighty Spud.
All hail the mighty Spud.
Mm-hmm. But something that
So
Kid
today
and I,
was just a shit show day.
well, I told you, I warned you. I did try to warn people. Voice crying in the wilderness.
I know you did, but it was like, okay.
We never know exactly how it's going to manifest. And the best that we can do, that does not prevent things from happening. I was blessed by God that I got out of the Wall of Mart without an assault charge, because it's always rough.
Yeah.
But here I am trying to get things for oldest kid to have a procedure this week. He's got to have, he's going to be probed. He's going to be probed.
Be probed by the aliens.
And so here I
Aliens are
am
gonna get him.
in the laxative aisle.
My doctor says I need to take a laxative.
And this lady runs up right behind me. Here I am on the phone asking kid, because BB had written a list, but I couldn't read her writing. I'm like, what the hell is this? This doesn't come in this size. What? And so I had to call oldest kid, and I'm like, what does this say? And so here I am on the phone with him, trying to figure out what the hell he needs. And this woman is right up in my space. And it was one of those, my tone changed. Boom. And I told him, I can't remember what I said. It wasn't that untoward, but it was the way that I said it. She got herself out of there.
Good.
Because I was not in the mood.
Well, dude did say people are going to be a little bit more aware.
Yeah, well, the fact that I always look like I have crawled off the back of a Harley has a lot to do with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, oh God, don't piss this off.
Yeah, no. No. Ooh.
But we made it home.
You did.
We made it home, and I had potato.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. We have knocked a dent in that 50 pounds of potatoes over the past couple of weeks, and have been grateful for
Yeah.
that. You can fix potatoes in 1,002 different ways.
You really can.
Uh-huh.
We've got our money's worth, that $13
I
worth.
told you that was a good buy. That was an excellent, and I'm going to fix us some au gratin potatoes one day this
gratin?
week. Mm-hmm.
What is that?
Oh, that's where you thinly sliced ones.
Uh-huh.
And then again, it's got butter and it's got sour cream
So you
and
make
it's got
chips?
cheese, and you bake it, and they're wonderful. It's wonderful. Anything
We
with
could make
sour
actual-
cream baked is great.
Speaking of thinly sliced, we could actually make potato chips too, like legit
I'm
potato
not gonna-
chips.
That means I have to deep fry things, and it's like, no.
Who said you do it? We could do it. We could do it. There's a way. You don't have to deep fry it in the fryer.
It's,
It's on a
anyhow,
pan.
The whole point of this is the vibration and the frequency be messing with everybody. We did try the tea blend last night. And my God, it was after 10:30 before I woke up today. But I also had glucose issues.
I had some sort of dream type
Did you?
thing. I don't know. I can't remember what it was, but it was something.
Okay. And again, this was Stefan Burns, and he's going to try to have that on a regular basis. He's just been having it ever so often, and it sells out within hours.
Yeah, and it wasn't a bad dream either.
Okay.
So,
but
that's
had
all I know.
Chamomile, blue lotus, mugwort. I found out I actually do have some loose mugwort.
You do?
And
You do?
the passion flower.
Nice.
And so it was as far as dreaming and deep sleep and different things like that. And yeah. If that damn glucose monitor hadn't been beeping half the time. It was in the 60s.
That thing screams all the time. Speaking of vibration and frequency, that sound gets to you after a while.
That's the whole point. It is set at a certain frequency. It's like babies crying. It is at a frequency that adults, it's like, make it stop.
Yeah.
And that it does demand your attention.
It
So
ain't
that's
fun.
the point of it.
It ain't fun.
And Kid was watching a video on TikTok last night. This lady had, what were they? Sugar gliders?
Yes.
These little old tiny things.
Yeah.
And I'm like, where are these from? Are these supposed to be pets? Because there are some people that are keeping things as pets. Is that supposed to be kept as a pet?
Honestly, probably not. Probably not.
But
people get them a lot.
I have seen one in real life before. And the person that owned it was talking about how delicate they are, and that you have to, the habitat just has to be just so, because they are extremely delicate.
They are. Like, they're a high end, maintenance type of animal, and you cannot be one of these people go when they actually like do bond with you. You have to basically stay with them or bring them places with you.
Yeah, like I said, it's one of those. And everybody they have to make their own choices and stuff. But not everything is supposed to be a pet.
No.
But it was interesting because the lady was trying to get the animals to perform or whatever, and that never works.
No, she was just trying to get them out of the bag.
But it's like every time they were purposefully trying to get away from the cell phone. That's how it appeared. And Kid and I were wondering, it's like, we don't know that these devices it has to be putting off a frequency and or vibration.
Oh, they definitely are.
So, because those little things, those little sugar gliders, are so small, they would be more susceptible to that stuff.
They would be.
And we have
That's why you need to get rid of the smartphones. Go back to dumb phones. They don't give off that bad of a frequency.
And we've pondered this before, as far as we have no idea as human beings what all this stuff is doing to us.
Oh, it's messing with our brains. It's messing with our bodies.
We have Wi-Fi.
That's all that we know.
We have Wi-Fi going through our houses. Plus, we have electrical wiring. And even with the fact that the wiring is insulated and different things like that, I've heard before, as far as people tell you not to sleep near an outlet.
Okay.
An electrical outlet, because the vibration and frequency.
Well, in some rooms, that's a very difficult thing to do.
It is. It is. And there was a period of time that there were people that were doing like magnetic therapy. That you could get these products that had these little magnets in them, and it was supposed to be healing and different things. And I've had some of them before. I really couldn't tell the difference on it. But with this, I really suspect that, if the Lord tarries and we go on several more years, people are going to look back in this period of time and go, what the hell were they thinking?
Possibly.
Because we don't know. Is
Yeah.
anybody researching this stuff?
We really don't know we don't know what's happening right now.
I know, and I know
We don't know shit about shit.
Many years ago, I had read about these sisters, and I think they were in France, and that they were super sensitive to like electromagnetic fields. And
Right.
and so being in a home with electricity and stuff like that, they ended up living in a cave. For real.
That's crazy.
Well, certain people are more sensitive to these things than others. I know that there are lines of clothing that can help protect people, or supposed to help protect people from, electromagnetic frequencies, or EMFs.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, it's expensive. Everything is expensive.
Yeah. That's like there's a type of wire that you need to make a Faraday cage.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Making a Faraday cage is not necessarily an easy task. And we had pondered even as far as copper wiring, if you put it on a bed frame, if that would help ground, if it's a metal bed frame, if that would help ground you. I think we had talked to Omega about some of that.
Yeah.
Because copper has historically been used for a lot of healing purposes. Around here, and I don't know if it's other places or not, people used to wear copper bracelets, or even just thin copper wire around the wrist and their ankles to try to prevent arthritis.
Huh. Okay. So all of these electromagnetic frequencies could be a cause for some body pain and everything.
Oh, absolutely. That's just like even as far as the geomagnetic storms, those of us that have fibromyalgia and different things like that, can it cause an increase in pain? Yes.
Ooh.
That's just like as far as brain fog today. And I've been doing really well with my balance, but even my balance had been off today.
Yeah.
It's doing sort of the sidestep shuffle.
Yeah, I've been doing that. It's feels like you're 3 feet to the left.
Uh-huh. Well, think about it. How delicate is our inner ear, which that has to do with balance. And even as far as the eustachian tubes or the cochlea in the ears, which has those little tiny hairs that vibrate so that we can hear, which those little things, loud noises, that can destroy those, which is why that there's hearing loss in people that have been in really noisy environments or had headphones turned a little bit too high.
Loves it. Yeah. Having the car speakers up too high.
Any of that stuff that's fun at the time, but is doing damage in the long run.
Yeah.
So we don't know that stuff is not, it is affecting us. We just don't know or recognize in what ways a lot of times.
Mm-hmm. That is true.
So
it's maybe we should live in a cave like those people.
Well, yeah. I don't know exactly how they managed to do that, but I did hear that. That was years ago. Yeah.
How did they purchase the cave?
Well, if you bought a piece of property that had the cave on it.
I guess. How'd they keep bats out of it?
Well, I don't know. Just because you lived in a cave, they could have had a door.
It could have. It could have been like a hobbit hole.
Yeah. Yeah, it may have been a hobbit hole.
That'd be cool.
But I know that our cats have been, just for days now, really, really agitated.
They have. It's not fun for them.
No.
Whatever the shit's going on.
No,
Magnetic
it's not.
frequencies, it's not.
Some of them have been very needy, more so than usual, and some of them are sort of like frantic. They'll start to go one way, and then they'll turn around and go the other way. And animals are really sensitive to these things. And then as far as the earth, the magnetic pole shift, that type thing, no, it's not going to flip from what I understand. That's been going on for a minute. We have so many invisible factors.
Yeah.
So, point being, and as far as people getting caught up in drama right now, no, what's the point? There's either something you can do something about or things that you can't do anything about. But
there's still people that think the earth is flat.
Yeah. Okay, I ain't hurting nobody, but I thought that was pretty funny on their website that they had something about the flat earths, that they had offices around the globe.
Yeah. Those are the people that would be using those electromagnetical frequencies, being like, see, they got a dome over us. It's all...
Mm-hmm. It's incredible right now. And people are questioning
screwing with
reality,
us.
And I think a lot of these frequencies are being used to manipulate people.
Yeah, it's possible.
It's scary. It is scary. It really is. It was more scary when I literally heard somebody in an interview, just saw a snippet of it on X, that she sat there with a straight face and said that 2 + 2 may not equal 4. And I'm thinking, you know what, lady, you are so far down the rabbit hole. I don't know there's any way to reel somebody like that back in.
I don't know that there is.
And those are the ones that right now you sort of need to keep them at a distance. And I mean out of striking range. For real.
For fear of you swinging on them or fear of them?
Either.
No. Yeah. No.
Either.
Don't want them. They can get violent.
Uh-huh. Yes. And you've got a lot of this stuff going on right now.
They're the ones that's going to be trapped in a dome over a city.
Well, and that was one of the things, and Mom and I were talking, and all these things that's going on, the thing that I have not heard being factored in right now is God by a lot of people.
Because they try to shove him out of everything.
Well, it's like, oh, well, this one's doing this and that one's doing that, and it's like that's what man is doing, or whatever demonic forces in control of some of these people. Nobody has said yet, because we don't know what God's going to do. That's the X factor, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
That is the unknown. And to remember what he told me all those years ago, 11 years.
There will be a great shaking.
Well, that was one of them, but it was when he does whatever he's going to do, it will be in a way that no man can take credit, and everybody will know it was God. Now, that when God does something, it'll get your attention.
Oh, yeah. And you may think that it applies to the situation that you're going through in that moment, but no, it's not.
No. A lot of it can be a much broader word.
Yeah.
So,
it's
never forget God. Yeah, so interesting times, perilous times. And just like I said, that the fact that he had me there, if I had been 2 seconds ahead, that barrel would have hit our car.
Yeah. God saved y'all.
Well, I mean, it wasn't. I mean, it would have damaged the car or whatever. It's not like it would have killed us or anything like that. But still, yet. And just to be reminded, I'm here. I'm taking care of you.
Yeah.
And me frantically waving dude down with my one hand in my cigarette, and it's like, oh, look, it's the redneck mountain mama.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's lots of us through these mountains. You'd be surprised.
It would be. It's like, oh.
It was like that time that you were working at the restaurant, and I came up to the window, and you didn't even recognize me, and you're like, I just thought it was just some other random redneck woman from this area. It's like, yes. Mountain women were built different.
I was also overwhelmed.
Yes, you were. Yes, you were.
Fast food is a lot.
It is. It's hard.
a
People
lot.
need to, when you work in these industries and stuff, you learn what it's about. And that was one of the things about some of the panic this morning about the financial things. And God bless me in that I found an article that explained what was going on. It's like, oh, okay. But everybody else was freaking out. And I'm like, okay, they don't understand what's going on. So therefore, they're panicked because they're afraid. And they're afraid because they don't understand.
Yeah.
That happens lots. That in itself is a frequency.
It is.
And when you get some of that stuff going through the internet,
There's going to be mass panic.
ooh, it can happen. It can happen. So that's where to back off, pray about something, think rationally, not emotionally. Because if you're too emotional, it shuts down the rational part of your brain.
Yeah.
This is where I'm grateful for all those bits of Libra scattered throughout my chart. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Libra, Virgo. I got the Libra rising, but I got the Virgo. Because it's sitting there going, all may not be as it appears.
Vibration and frequency, that's why I'm going to a flip phone.
Yeah. I get it. Final thoughts.
Oh, there's a lot of change. A lot of change coming.
Yeah. And I will tell you this. When you pray, and you may think it's not doing anything, and especially when you get 2 or 3 together that's praying, it don't matter if it's over the phone, if it's over internet, anything like that. That is like poking a hole in darkness. Just pretend you got this huge, dark cloth that's over everything. And that prayer is honestly like this little pinhole of light that goes straight on up through there.
Yeah.
Now, if you get enough of those pinholes of light, that darkness can't stand.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to eventually just rip apart.
Oh, yeah.
So, if you've had experiences with paranormal or supernatural, encounters with UFOs, aliens, cryptids, tinfoil hats, if you would like to recount your tales of Mercury and mayonnaise,
Fucking Mercury and mayonnaise.
you can put that there in the comment section. You can send me.
Fucks with shit.
You can send me an email, cupofcoffeewithscream at
It hurts.
gmail.com. If I don't get to your email quickly, I'm sorry, because things can go sideways here very quickly.
Ignorance. Pestilence.
We got that going on. Mm-hmm.
The whole day.
Mm-hmm. I think that was the ignorance and pestilence.
Was
I
on
think
my
that
end.
that was the chartreuse horse, and I think that was the puce colored one. Yeah, they left those out of those were the other two.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Do your spiel.
If you like this video, comment, like, share, most of all, subscribe. Also check her out on BitChute and Rumble and YouTube at Orlando's Cup of Coffee with Scream. Also check her out on X, previously known as Twitter. Orlando, COCWS. Thank you all. Have a good.
Know that you are loved.
Mm-hmm.
Treat other people the way that you would like to be treated. It's okay to take a breath, step back,
That's what be. Yeah.
drink coffee instead of getting an assault charge, because you really don't want to have to go through all that shit. You really, really don't. And
Oh.
Lord willing, we'll see you on the next cup.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye. Don't fall for any scams.
No. Check your numbers before dialing. Double check.
Check your website links.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.